As early voting continues across Ohio, the lines have been long. And as Mitty Hicks explains, it comes as no surprise to many. He joins us now from the newsroom with more. Mitty, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. So far, combing through the numbers in Summit County, there are more than 100,000 more voters this election cycle. But a local political expert we spoke to says this comes to no surprise because we typically see this during the general election. Now, the expert also says more voters doesn't mean this will matter for the presidential results, but it could matter for another big race.
A lot of people out today.
It's the first week of early voting in Ohio. And here at Summit County Board of Elections, not an empty booth in sight. This election cycle bringing in people who don't normally vote early.
We always vote in person, but I wanted it over.
And also first-time voters who say getting it done early is less stressful.
The crowds. Yeah, I didn't want to, fight the crowds.
And Ms. Connick is onto something. The numbers in Summit County already showing there are at least 100,000 more voters for this general election compared to 2020. A political expert says this comes to no surprise. You typically see more voters register for presidential elections. But the question is, will new voters actually go to the polls?
One of the things that we know about voter turnout is that it tends to be habitual. A new registrant, is less likely to vote than a past voter because voting tends to follow past habits.
Professor Buechler says even with more registered voters, it probably won't make a difference for candidates vying the White House. Ohio will likely go to former President Donald Trump, but more voters could impact the Senate race.
Incumbents generally win their reelection campaigns. There is a very close Senate campaign in Ohio, and control of the Senate may hinge on that.
And it's not just Summit County. There's also an increase in Cuyahoga County, about 10,000 more voters this year compared to 2020. But we won't know the final results until next week after all the voter registrations are counted. Now, in the meantime, early in-person voting ends on November 3rd, Russ.
And of course, we encourage everyone to get out and vote. All right, Mitty Hicks in the newsroom. Thank you.